Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, we've got some massive news breaking out of Dallas, and it's got the entire NFL world buzzing. Grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's dive right into what could be a seismic shift for the Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about none other than the possible return of Amari Cooper. Yes, you heard that right. The man, the myth, the legend, who once electrified a T&T Stadium, could be making his way back to the Lone Star State. Stick around, because this is going to get wild. So, let's start with the obvious question. How did we get here? If you're a true Cowboys fan, you know the history. Amari Cooper came to the Cowboys back in 2018, and from the moment he stepped on the field, he changed the trajectory of this team. His crisp roots, elite hands, and ability to take the top off defenses made him one of the most reliable and dynamic weapons for the Cowboys' offense. He wasn't just a player, he was a game changer. But fast forward to 2022, and the Cowboys made the controversial decision to trade Cooper to the Cleveland Browns. The move left fans divided. On one hand, there were salary cap concerns. On the other, there was the undeniable fact that losing a talent like Cooper would leave a void in the offense. And guess what? It did. While the Cowboys have seen success in his absence, there's no denying that his departure left a gap that hasn't been fully filled. Now, let's talk about the present. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, but things hit a fever pitch when Jerry Jones himself addressed the situation. That's right, the man at the helm of America's team. During a recent interview, Jones didn't shy away from the topic. He was asked directly about the possibility of Amari Cooper returning to Dallas, and his response sent shockwaves through the NFL. He said, and I quote, "We always keep the door open for great players. Amari is a special talent, and you never say never in this business." Did you catch that? Never say never. That's Jerry speak for something's cooking behind the scenes. And if there's one thing we know about Jerry Jones, it's that he loves to make a splash. He's not just the owner, he's the ultimate showman. When Jerry talks, people listen. And when he drops hints like this, it's time to pay attention. Let's look at why this move makes sense. First and foremost, the Cowboys are in a win-now mode. They've built a roster that's brimming with talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Micah Parsons is playing like a man possessed. Trayvon Diggs is locking down receivers, and the entire defense is wreaking havoc. But as the old saying goes, defense wins championships, and offense sells tickets. If the Cowboys want to make a deep playoff run and compete for a Super Bowl, they need firepower on offense. Adding Amari Cooper back into the mix would instantly elevate this team. Think about the possibilities. Pairing Cooper with CeeDee Lamb would give the Cowboys one of the most lethal wide receiver duos in the league. Lamb has blossomed into a star, but having Cooper on the field would take so much pressure off him. Defenses wouldn't be able to double-team Lamb because they'd have to account for Cooper. And let's not forget Michael Gallup. With Cooper, Lamb, and Gallup, the Cowboys would have a three-headed monster at receiver. And then there's Dak Prescott. Say what you will about Dak, but when he has weapons around him, he's proven he can deliver. Adding a player like Cooper back to the mix could take Dak's game to another level. Now some of you might be wondering, why would the Browns let Amari Cooper go? That's a fair question. The Browns are in a peculiar situation. They have talent, no doubt about it, but they've been inconsistent. And let's not sugarcoat it, their quarterback situation has been a roller coaster. If the Browns decide they're heading into a rebuild, or if they're looking to free up cap space, trading Cooper could be a strategic move. And who better to swoop in than the Dallas Cowboys? Of course, there are hurdles to clear. The financial aspect is always a consideration. Cooper's contract isn't exactly team-friendly, and the Cowboys would have to make some moves to fit him under the cap. But if there's one thing we've learned about the NFL, it's that where there's a will, there's a way. Creative contract restructuring, trade negotiations, you name it, teams find a way to make these deals happen. And if Jerry Jones is motivated, you can bet he'll pull out all the stops to bring Amari Cooper back. Let's shift gears and talk about what this would mean for the fans. Cowboys Nation, can you imagine the atmosphere at a T&T stadium if Amari Cooper walks back onto that field in a Cowboys uniform? The energy, the excitement, the electricity, it would be off the charts. Cooper was a fan favorite for a reason. He's not just a great player, he's a consummate professional. He shows up, does his job, and lets his play do the talking. Bringing him back would not only fire up the fan base, but also send a clear message to the rest of the league. The Cowboys are all in. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on the locker room. Chemistry is a big deal in football, and bringing in a player mid-season can sometimes disrupt the balance. But here's the thing about Amari Cooper. He's a team-first guy. He's not flashy, he's not a diva. He's all about winning. That kind of mindset fits perfectly with what the Cowboys are building. And let's not forget, he's already familiar with the system, the coaches, and many of the players. This wouldn't be a situation where he'd need weeks to acclimate. He could step in and contribute immediately. Of course, we have to address the skeptics. There are always going to be people who question moves like this. Is it worth the cost? Is it a step backward? Will it disrupt the development of younger players? Those are valid concerns. But here's the counterpoint. The NFL is a business, and the goal is to win. Period. If bringing Amari Cooper back gives the Cowboys a better chance to win, then it's a move worth making. The window to compete for a Super Bowl isn't open forever. Teams have to strike while the iron is hot. So, what's next? As of now, nothing is set in stone. These are still rumors and speculation, albeit with a lot of smoke. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. The trade deadline is approaching, and you can bet that front offices around the league are working overtime. If the Cowboys are serious about making a move for Cooper, we could see something go down sooner rather than later. And if it happens, you can bet we'll be here breaking it all down for you. In the meantime, Cowboys Nation, let your voice be heard. Do you want to see Amari Cooper back in Dallas? Do you think this is the move that could push the Cowboys over the top? Hit the comment section and let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. This is shaping up to be one of the most exciting storylines of the season, and you're not going to want to miss a second of it. So, there you have it, folks. The return of Amari Cooper, it's not just a dream, it's a real possibility. Whether it happens or not, one thing's for sure, the Dallas Cowboys are always in the spotlight, and this team's journey is far from over. Buckle up, because the ride is just getting started. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Go Cowboys!